Welcome everybody to Big Ben and Ty Sports Page. I am Ben, and over there is Ty. So anyway, we got a lot going for you. Ty finally can make it because he actually has time, so that's cool. So it might be a little longer show than usual, but we'll see. Anyway, Farmer City's race last week. The winners from that in the street stocks are Zane Reitz, Jay Skull, Dylan Holycroft, Zach Simmons, and Carson Reed for the top five. The modifieds, UMP modifieds that is, Trevor Neville, Austin Freeman, Mike McKinney, Carson Freeman, Lyndon Whitfield, Stephen Brooks, John Tapizzini, Travis Kohler, Gary Gross, and Cade Bollinger. Now, pro mods, only 5 out of the 18 finished. Must have been a huge wreck or something. Anyway, top 5, Drake Compton, Lucas Bolton, Caden Bradenmeyer, Isaac Bauman, James Moulton, Cody Kaviski. Cody did not make it, and a notable Jake Montgomery did not make it. It sounded like he got in a wreck, so that's probably why it took out half the field. But anyway, this upcoming Friday, full show plus kids mods. So there's street stocks, UMP modifieds, pro mods, late models, pro late models, and kids mods. Pits are going to open up at 4, gates open up at 5, hot lap at 6:30, racing starts at 7. That's your Friday night. So if you got a Friday want to go to Farmer City, there you go. Last Saturday, Fairbury got rained out. So boo on rain. But the Saturday is the Falls Cup Special Richard Craven Memorial, presented by CNR Towing and Recovery. $5,012 to win for late models, $2,012 to win for modifieds, $1,012 to win for street stocks, $512 to win for the pro mods. Gates is $20 and $40 for the pits. That's going to be on Flow Racing, it looks like. So if you can't make it to the track, watch it on Flow. Spoon River is back in action this weekend. Classes are dirt car, late models, dirt car UP, dirt car 4-cylinders, E-mods, kids mods, and Crown Vics. And that's going to be pretty cool because they actually changed their schedule around. And because Peoria is pretty much no more, so that's really cool. They're doing that. And those are there. It's 15 to get in, I believe, and probably 30 for pits.
Yeah, 35 probably for pits.
30, 35, okay. So there's that. Now, one of the big boys races, the Lucas Oil. July 3rd got rained out because they had severe weather and torrential rainfall, forced the cancellation of Friday night's Lucas Oil Late Model Series at Mansfield Speedway after the program was halted during heat race number 3. So that one was canceled. And July 4th, I watched a little bit of that one. That one was really good. Max Blair, Centerville, Pennsylvania, charged from 15th starting position to take the lead with 3 laps remaining. And despite 2 caution flags in the closing lap, held off Devin Moran and Hudson O'Neill to earn the biggest victory of his career. Blair collected $25,000 for winning the Freedom 50 on Saturday night at Muskingum County Speedway. So that's what happened last time. Like I said, it was a really good race. I watched that, and I watched the Summer Nationals race at the same time, which was really super cool. But nevertheless, the next event will be July 9th at 34 Raceway. So tickets are available now. Just go to lucasdirt.com and purchase tickets or go to the race. Do you know where 34 Raceway is, by the way? Is that in
Is it in Iowa?
Iowa? Okay.
I could be totally wrong.
Actually,
Let me
I'll
look it up.
click the thing. Yep, West Burlington, Iowa.
That's what I thought.
Alrighty. So far in the standings for Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, we got Hudson O'Neal, B. Shep, Devin Moran, Brandon Overton, Max Blair, Ricky Thornton Jr., Garrett Albertson, Brian Shirley, Josh Rice, and Kyle Bronson is the top 10. There is only 45 points between Huddy and B. Shep. So this next race could close the gap between them if Hudson don't do too well. So what do you think about that?
What's that? I glitched out, so.
Oh, so I was saying that there's like a 45-point gap between B. Shep and Hudson. Do you think between them two, B. Shep will close the gap or at least tie if things go right?
I mean, there's a lot of racing left to do, so.
Yeah.
I mean, for a person to do it, yeah, I could see B. Shep doing it for sure. That would be a person to do it, would be B. Shep.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Hudson's tough this year. I mean, he's consistent.
Oh, yeah.
And, see, and that's the thing is you don't have to win races all the time. You just have to be consistent. I mean, look at Dennis Erb Jr. in the Summer National runs, you know, all the championships that he's won. It's
right.
It's not winning all the time. It's mostly, you know,
being
being consistent,
10,
top fives. I mean, the top fives are a big thing for points. So, I mean, and B. Shep is one of the most consistent drivers there is out there. I mean, of course, you have your Bobby Pierces, you have your, you know, Jonathan Davenport, you have your, Hudson O'Neal. I mean, you got those type of drivers that can be consistent.
Yeah, like I said, the top 10 there, you know, every one of those drivers in the top 10 are great. You know, even Josh Rice, according to the standings here, he's a rookie for this series, and he's already in the top 10. You know,
he's a rookie for the series, but he's not a rookie. He's been around for a while.
The series, yeah.
And that's what's weird, you know, like I remember, you know, Freddie Carpenter was going to run, I don't know, the World of Outlaws there for a while. And Freddie Carpenter's been around for how many years? And they were calling him rookie. You know, he was running for Rookie of the Year. So, like, it's just kind of weird when people say, well, he's a rookie. And I'm like, well, I've been watching him race for 20 plus years now. How is he a rookie in this class? But, I mean,
like taking Billy Moyer Sr. and he decides to run Lucas Oil. Oh, well, he's a rookie. And it's like, I seen him in mid-90s racing late models. How is he? You know,
I mean, he's raced Lucas Oil before.
I'm just saying in general if he has.
Yeah, I don't think he's won. I don't think he's won a Lucas Oil championship, but he has ran Lucas Oil stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the Outlaw guy. I mean, he was the original. I don't know if you remember the what did they call him?
Dirty Dozen or something like that.
Yeah, the Dirty Dozen. He was the part of the original Dirty Dozen.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
And that's what got basically the World of Outlaw late models where they're at now is when they started it and they did the Dirty Dozen, and like the Dirty Dozen was guaranteed to be there. So if you knew, like if you were a Moyer fan, and I think I want to say like Chubb Frank and Steve Francis was part of that too. if you wanted to see like them, you knew that they were going to be there for a World of Outlaw show because, like I said, that was part of the show was the Dirty Dozen. And no, get down. Sorry, I talk to a cat. So I think Lucas Oil has, I don't want to say they have better drivers, but in a way they do. I think they have better talent, I believe, than World of Outlaws. World of Outlaws, who's big in the World of Outlaws nowadays? You got Pierce, of course. I don't even know who's in points for the World of Outlaws. I do know mostly Lucas Oil shows have been getting, I believe, more car counts. The only one that they're probably going to knock Lucas Oil out of the park is coming up in 3 weeks, is the Prairie Dirt Classic. And that's because Lucas Oil actually takes that weekend off as well because they know no one else is going to go anywhere else but Fairbury for the Prairie Dirt. So
speaking of World of Outlaw, I looked that up while you're talking, and the top 10, I only got top 7 before this, but the top 7 is Bobby Pierce, Nick Hoffman, Tyler Erb, Tim McCready, Ryan Gustin, and Dennis Erb Jr. is the top 6.
Yeah.
And Nick Hoffman and Bobby, there's a 76-point difference. And Tyler Erb is even further down with 292. So the top 3, there's like almost a 300-point difference to.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You got your, and a lot of times the drivers race a certain series because the car owner wants to race a certain series.
Yeah.
Like you see the Rocket 1 house car, you usually see it. And well, you used to see it at World of Outlaws. Every World of Outlaw show was the Rocket house car. Now it's Lucas Oil. It just seems like they're jumping ship and going to Lucas Oil. And also, I think part of it is Lucas. I'm back now. Lucas Oil doesn't race every single night, so it helps these drivers kind of recoup and regroup. Like, for example, Brandon Shepard won the Hero View 100 last night. He's normally racing Lucas Oil,
right?
And it's nice because they had an off night, so he got to come home, regroup, drive his family's car, and be close to home. So I think that's another benefit for Lucas Oil, is that.
So you think it sounds like they work with other series and also to give their drivers a break?
Well, it's not so much that they work with other series. It's they're smart. They're not going to try to compete with, if the World of Outlaws is having a big show and they know that a lot of them are going to go to that because it's a $50,000 show. They're smart. They're like, well, why should we spend our money, for that? So,
yeah. So speaking of Summer Nationals, let's go ahead and get into that real quick if you want to. I'm just going to tell you the winners of both the modifieds and late models for the past 5 races. July 1st was Tanner English for late models, Damian Kiefer for modifieds at Farmington Empire Speedway in Farmington, Missouri. Lincoln, Illinois Speedway, I watched a little bit of that one, and the winner for that in the late models was Jason Fager, and Trevor Neville won the modifieds. Then Friday, they went to Red Hill, and I watched, of course, a little bit of that. And the late model winner for that was Frank Heckenus Jr. and Cole Falloway, who won the modifieds. Then they went to Highland Speedway Tanner English won that one for the late models, and modified winners was Mike Harrison. And again, like Ty just said, at Macon, Illinois, Macon Speedway, the Harlan Review 100, B. Shep won for the late models, and Michael Ledford won it for the modifieds. And that was a good race, both of them. They were I liked them both.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch because my internet, or I should say my TV, whatever, has been on the fritz. So I'm just now starting to get my channels back. So,
well, that's good for you. So with that said, there's 1 week more, and we'll get to the schedule for the rest of it here. But the series points leaders, the top 3 for Summer Nationals, and the modifieds is Zeke
I'll be right back.
Ray Bollinger, and Damon Kiefer. There is a 91-point difference between Zeke McKenzie and Ray. And there is a 354 points difference between Damian and Zeke McKenzie. Some notables that we've talked about before. And 5th is Mike Harrison. Trevor Neville is 7th. Let's see. Michael Long down there in 16th. Treb Jacoby is in 18th. And Billy Nippenberg is in 32nd out of, let's see, wow. I guess everybody who ran got to be in there. So 181 cars. For the modified series, for the Summer Nationals, that's the Summit Racing modifieds that goes along with the Summer Nationals, the dirt car. So with that said, the top series points for the late models, Tanner English, Jason Hager, and Clay Stuckey. Now there's a 108 point gap between Jason and Tanner. So, I mean, Jason would have to be in the top, win every race, the next 5 races to remotely probably get into first and have a repeat of a Summer Nationals championship. But
well, and that goes back to the consistent. I mean, Tanner English hasn't won a whole lot of races.
Yeah,
but he's been finishing second.
Yeah.
He's been finishing third. He's been finishing 4th.
Uh-huh.
So that goes back to the whole being consistent, and good things will happen.
Right. And they're both great drivers. I like them both. I mean, there's some that are super fans, and there's some that say Jason is a moron. But it is what it is. So top 10 out of that one is Mitch McGrath, Brody Smith, Tyler Millwood, Michael Leach, Mark Voigt, Frank Heckenist, Luke Morey, and Daniel Adam. Some notables here is in 14th is Shannon Babb, Billy Moyer in 16th, Mike Spatola in 17th, Brandon Carpenter 18th. You got Jake Little in 24th and Ryan Unzicker in 28th, 29th, Bob Gartner, and a whole bunch of other ones. And there is, let's see, I'm scrolling down to see how many. And I know everybody who races it gets counted in there. 149 people raced so far in the past month. That's even more. So with that said, the last week of racing, we have Kankakee County Speedway. It was postponed from June 10th, so it's the makeup for Kankakee. Then you have Tuesday, Montpelier Speedway in Indiana. Then you have I-96 Speedway in Michigan on the 8th of July, Wednesday. Thursday's race is in Quincy, Michigan at Butler Motor Speedway. Friday, June 10th, is Crystal Motor Speedway in Crystal, Michigan. Then there is a birthday race, whatever that means, at Oakshade Raceway on Saturday. And then the last race of the year is in Orville, Ohio, at Wayne County, Ohio Speedway. And all those will be having the dirt car late models and the dirt car summit modifieds. And just like you said, Prairie Dirt Classic is the 24th. So in two weeks ish.
Yeah.
3 days after my birthday. So if anybody wants to get me in, just let us know. Anyway, Friday and Saturday, 24th, 25th of July, we have the Prairie Dirt Classic.
And I will be sitting on my chair watching it.
So will I. I still wouldn't mind going,
Because I get back from Hawaii that Tuesday, so I won't feel like going anywhere warm.
Right. So, speaking of, that's pretty much all racing that's done so far. The point being is to show you what local and national races are done, because some places don't talk about it all, and especially local stuff. And I support local tracks as much as I can. So I would suggest that if you aren't around any of these tracks we mentioned, find a local track and go to it. You won't regret it, especially if you love racing. So Ty brought this up before, and if you can't, there we go. Why don't you tell us what happened, because you're the one that found out about it.
Well, I don't really know exactly what happened. I just was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this, and I just read the comments. So this is all hearsay stuff. I heard it was due to something using his car. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't want to speak on, on Kyle. I've watched Kyle race from, kids mods all the way up to now late models and modifieds. So
Same.
I don't really want to say anything negative about him because, like I said, I've seen that kid,
race. Yeah, I have too, and yeah, I ain't going to speculate either. I ain't going to speculate either. So I mean,
yeah.
Again,
I just know that
it's just hearsay, and
yeah, I just want to say, if you're going to use your car as a weapon in the pit area, I mean, there's no reason for it. There's no place for it in the sport. If you want to talk, get out of your car and go talk like a man. And like I said, if what's people saying in the comments are true, like I said, I hope it's not. I just don't think there's any place for that in the sport to use your vehicle, especially in the pits. You got kids down there and young kids and family members and stuff like that. I mean, you don't want to accidentally injure somebody or even worse, kill somebody. I would hate to see that because of just a second of redhead, hothead, so I wouldn't want to see that. So like I said, just be smart. I mean, I understand I'm a driver. I get that way sometimes where it's just like, I just see red, been there. But I mean, you just got to be smart and just make sure that you do the right thing at the end of the day.
Yeah. So
that's pretty much all I got to say on it.
It sounds like everything will be to be determined until we can hear a little bit more. I wish the best for either party, whatever might have happened. And once we know, we'll find out and we'll get it to you.
What's up, Eric? Like I said, we're about to wrap things up here because
yep, two more things we're going to talk about. One is here, if you like wrestling, this is happening next weekend. So if you're not into racing, I would highly, highly, highly suggest, if you're in the Springfield area, to go to this. One, they're raising money for St. Jude's Kids Hospital, and it's a wrestling event, you know. And two, every single penny they get from this goes straight to St. Jude's. They don't get anything. In fact, they donated a lot of their time, energy, and their own money to get things going for this place. So anything they sell for shirts, fire sales, admission to this, everything, it goes straight into St. Jude's. And in the 10 years they've done this, they've raised over $100,000 for St. Jude's in 10 years. I might go there. It might. I might. It depends.
But are you wrestling? That was the question.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Because I am in the nose with the guys who run this, or who runs this event. So maybe. It's plausible. We'll see. But it's called X Marks the Spot. There's going to be a tag team. There's going to be a Wrestling for a Cure championship. There's going to be like a cruiserweight title championship. I believe that one of the guys that put this on, he has his own promotion, Prairie Land Independent Wrestling. He's even hinted around that saying his championship is on the line at this. So there's a lot of wrestling going on, and it's only $5. It's at the Illinois State Building and the State Fairgrounds. Just go to Wrestling for a Cure and go there and support that. And with that said, one more announcement. We're going to be simulcasting on another streaming platform. Details are super, super close. We'll let you know where and when. And if you do, I would suggest signing up for it because it's free. That's all you got to do. And you can come in the room and watch the show there. So with that said, you got anything else to talk about, Ty?
Just hockey season is approaching, and
Yes.
there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna have to get with our good friend Wade, and maybe we'll have a pop-up show coming up here soon to talk a little bit about the hockey news, because like I said, there's been another team that's joined the SPHL. So we're waiting to see if there's any more teams. I don't think there is going to be this year. I know for sure there's one joining next year. And then the signings are starting for the teams.
Okay.
So they're starting to sign players, and they've already announced their home opener date. So yeah, it's approaching a lot sooner than we think. I mean, we're in July already, and we got August, September, and October. October's hockey month, so we're only about 3 months away from hockey. So like I said, I'm gonna get with our good friend and
yeah, and he's back. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Hockey.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'm back. So yeah, we're I got to get with him, and hopefully we'll be doing maybe a special edition show. So
that'd be really cool.
Yeah, look on our Facebook page for that coming up. There should be. I go on vacation next week, so I'll be here hopefully on the Monday night show for about this time, and then if we do a show on Saturday, if we do, I will probably be doing it live from the great state of Hawaii.
Hawaii.
So
if we do a show next week, I'll just go ahead and do it myself, so that way you can enjoy family time.
Well, I don't leave until Tuesday. Good. I don't leave until Tuesday. So
right.
I can do it Monday night. I said, hopefully, and then like I said, it's like I said, hockey's coming, racing's full force, and keep an eye on our Facebook pages for any announcements. And I promise you guys, we are working on getting new content, and it's been hectic on my side, and I want, like I said, I want to apologize. I want to apologize to Ben too for not able to be in here. Um,
Yeah, but
but I
as
think
I
Ben's
always
lining
say,
up.
you know,
Yeah,
family first, and you know, if you gotta can't make it, you know, you can't make it. I get it. You know,
and I think
there's
Ben's been lining up some interviews possibly.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we'll be looking forward to that, and that's pretty much all I got to say. Like I said, I just want to thank everybody for sticking with us, and like I said, more to come.
More to come. All right, see y'all at the track.